We shouldn't turn our backs on it, no matter the risks or the dangers.
In a deserted pre-Columbian sanctuary, in the sacred valley of the Incas, pilgrims would do ceremony using the revered cactus washuma to maintain their balance and connection with Pachamama. This prepares one for the challenges of the Coyoriti pilgrimage.
En esta fecha de la visita, que para muchos también lo llaman peregrinación a Coyoriti, es nomás una forma de honrar, de agradecer a la vida, a la naturaleza, porque justamente ahí hay un elemento de sustento que nos da la vida a toda la humanidad y a todos los seres, pienso, en el planeta, que es el agua. Cuando uno quiere buscar su etimología, como dicen siempre, es Koyur Riti, dos palabras quechos. Koyur mayormente se denomina a una estrella muy fuerte, con luz muy fuerte, pero también quiere decir perpetuo, ¿no? Entonces, Riti es nevado, nieve. Entonces, y Apu es la nominación que se le da de respeto a una montaña, se le hace sagrado. Apu Coyoriti, montaña de luz o montaña perpetua y sagrada. Ahí es donde van todos desde hace mucho tiempo, ¿no? a honrar a nuestros ancestros, a la vida, al agua, un agradecimiento a un elemento tan importante que en estos tiempos está desapareciendo. Aquí en la sociedad, en el mundo andino, existió un orden de vida, un agradecimiento, un balance muy bonito llamado Aini.
Aini.
¿No? El Aini es saber ayudarnos, saber compartir, ¿no? Brindar tu vida, sacrificar tu vida uno y otro. Y eso es, por ejemplo, lo que hace el agua. Su propia existencia está matándose incluso, ¿no? Por mucha gente que no es consciente que la naturaleza es tan sagrada, la Pachamama es tan importante para la vida, los llamados también como recursos naturales para los que piensan en la industrialización, en el desarrollo, pero no la respetan, ¿no? Están extrayendo, están destruyendo, hay un descontrol, una desmedida explotación. Entonces nosotros, es como decir, el Apu, la Pachamama está sufriendo, está siendo destruido. Y siento yo cuando voy ir y decirle, no, yo te ayudo en tu dolor. ¿Por qué? Porque yo sí te reconozco que tú das a la humanidad mucho con tu agua, con tu protección, con tu vida, con tu luz, con tu transparencia, ¿no? Y entonces esa es la forma del Aini para nosotros.
You know, southern Peru exemplifies this. You know, that the notion that the earth is animate and alive is not a metaphor. People literally believe that the earth is alive, responsive to the human aspiration, even as a human destiny is wrapped up in a reciprocal relationship that implies obligations to the earth itself. So that every community in the Andes is dominated by a sacred mountain known as an Apu. And as long as you're in the shadow of that Apu, it will direct in some way your destiny. Now, this is not that esoteric a notion in the landscape in which the mountains quite literally create the weather. In an agricultural civilization and a set of communities in which hail can wipe out a crop in 15 minutes.
Apu Coyoriti is the sacred mountain spirit, living high up at 16,000 feet, where people go to give thanks to him and to the water he provides as part of the reciprocal exchange system these people have with the planet.
key to any pilgrimage in whatever shape or form. You don't have to be on a mountain. You don't have to be in Peru. You could be walking to your workplace, going to your dance hall. I mean, once you understand what the pilgrim encompasses, and you understand that we can only ever take one step at a time. You can't take two or three. And by only taking one step at a time, doesn't matter how tired you are, doesn't matter how depressed you are, doesn't matter how whatever you are. If you can just do the one, you can do the other. And if you can do the other, you can do the next one. And I don't know how high we are now, but yeah, it's getting pretty thin. Feels beautiful though. Feels beautiful to put one step ahead of another here. There it is. That's our destination. Coyote.
Each year, 60,000 pilgrims gather here in the sacred valley of the Sinakara, cradled by the three tongues of the great glacier. In a fantastic fusion of Christian and pre-Columbian ideas, these pilgrims from every part of Peru come bearing the hopes and wishes of their villages to celebrate and give thanks on their behalf.
It's 6:35, morning of the 20th of May, and this is the penultimate moment is approaching when the rays of the sun, the first rays of the sun, will strike the cross up on the ice field where we're about to walk. So let's go.
Since the infusion of Christian ideas brought by the Spanish, this festival has adopted the syncretic worship of Jesus alongside praise of the mountain deity and the vital sustaining element, water. But throughout its history, nothing has changed the basic core attitude of reverence and respect for nature and the unseen world.
So we have this amazing dynamic going on here. We have thousands and thousands of people, the majority of who consider themselves to be Christian pilgrims. We have photographs of the Lord, we have paintings of the Lord, we have all things Christian, and yet we are in this entirely alien to the Christian environment. So it really is an amazing blend of cultures, of belief systems. But one thing is for sure, you have to believe something to get yourself up here and spend the night in this kind of weather. You got to believe that it's important.
Relying on only the most basic necessities, these simple, hardy people embrace the severe conditions of high altitude, many of whom wear only sandals made of tires. They transmute themselves through this challenging situation to complete the central metaphor of going into the mountain as an individual, but through suffering and through sacrifice, emerging as a community that has once again reaffirmed its sense of place on the planet.
These are real tough earth pilgrims, that's for sure. We saw a woman this morning outside our tent, and she had nothing but a plastic sheet over her all night in must have been about -10 last night, Hundreds and hundreds of these people are just sleeping out. Tremendously tough, resilient people.
Todos cuando hace frío no se protegen, normal se ponen a bailar. El mismo caminar. Estás respirando la vida, estás a ese movimiento de la dinámica. Es una relación muy distinta, por eso no es simplemente por eso de una fiesta, es una conexión, es una conversación, es el sentir esa misma fuerza de vida, de energía.
The concept of our journey, the